All right, so today I'm hoping is the day that almighty Whitey here gets back up on his last leg. I, off camera, got this all off of here because I just kind of got on a roll and things were working, so I did that. This also consequently was probably the best rim I've ever taken off. It really wouldn't even have needed painted, but whilst I had it off, might as well do the usual. So we're gonna try to get the new tire put on here, which is always a fun time, but that's how she goes. And we're gonna get started on that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. Mighty Whitey, last tire to put on, and then it's got 4 brand new tires on it in the last couple years. So yeah, we need to do that because it's getting time to go. So let me go grab the tire, roll it over here, and I bet we'll have to dip some water out because I bet it rained just enough that there's a little bit in there, but we'll deal with that in a second. Sure enough, as I predicted, there's a little bit of water in there. So I have to go get something that will mop that up, and then we should be able to just put this right on. Hopefully that is the plan. The other one went fairly simply, and I'm hoping that this one will also. All right, you've heard of beating it off, but have you heard of beating it on? Because that's what we're gonna do. We can get it started on there. It should just go. Come on, baby doll. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on. Get on. Now we need to go up again. And block your view. Sure. Let's have a peep at this. All right. So we need to get our tube put in there, and then we can jump up. You know what I'm saying. We've done it before. You've seen it happen. Well, get off of there, trash. There. would you go? Come on. Come on. We're getting there. Gotta get this and that. Better that groove. Paint's not quite dry, but that's fine. All right, fairly simple that went. We should probably let it down a little, but we'll work on that in a second. Let me get my air started going. And I'll let it down a little. Wow. Oh my, it's going. It's just taking a long time. Air compressor must have been about empty. All right, there we go. Up on 4 tires. The jack is loose, so it's standing on its own feet. But we now need to, I need to run to town and get some hydraulic oil. I haven't had time to do that. So I guess I'll make a special trip and get that. Also, probably before I go, take stock of the filters I have on hand, because now would be a good time to slap in some filters, you know. I change a hydraulic filter because it's pretty well empty, so might as well do that now. And then, you know what I'm saying. Do whatever we need to do and it should be ready to go. Needs a bath really badly. All that stuff that leaked out has just stuck, dirt has stuck to it, so. But yeah, also spoiler alert, the other day I did start it and the batteries were dead, so I had to use the jump pack on that, so might have to do that again. But I'll go get that oil and I'll bring you back and we will you know, run it around a little bit and see what we got. Make sure that we don't have any horrendous leaks out of this cooler affair, but we should be good to go. So yeah, I'll bring you back in a little bit. All right, here we are a good while later, back from town. We got some filters. I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna swap this filter out. Even if I don't change the oil in the rear end and everything all the time, I like to change the filters. Gives a little extra chance to catch something. Lube it up a little bit. Alright. Next, let's do this one. I got some fuel I brought along from town to fill up the new one so we don't have to pump as much. I forgot about that. It will leak the entire time it's off, so we don't have to get new. We just have to sit here and let it fill. Let's continue our theme of making a mess. Maybe it's about full now. There we go. Sure. That's a mess now. That's okay. We'll let that dry for a little bit. Okay, we're gonna ignore that, but that went okay-ish. We'll go back here, and in a minute we will do that. Well, a customer slash friend stopped by for some advice, and he brought me some payment here for asking me questions over the phone all the time, so that's pretty handy. I would say that productivity is about to go down here today, but that's fine. Ah, delicious corn. Let's try to plug on our way, even though, like I said, it's 5 o'clock here now, so that's pretty well where we're gonna shut her down. I think this is the size. I usually, yep. Okay. We should probably get a bucket just in case. Well, not just in case. I know there is some in it still. It's not totally dry, so yeah. We'll find something around here that we can preferably clean, because we could reuse it, you know. It's not like it's that dirty. I'm just gonna change the filter again because we're here. Oh, hold on, Earth. Here we go. It's windy today, which ain't no fun. I should have brought a wrench, because that's usually pretty tight. Ah, man. All right. Now, hopefully, well, let's see here. Come on. It's probably got some dirt in it. That's what's fighting me. There. Okay. This is probably a two-hand job, so what can we do? You could stick you right there. And, well, there's not too much left in it. Of course, the tractor's kind of at a different angle than probably it should be. Oh, take my medicine here. Yeah, that's pretty well empty. So that means it's going to take both jugs or whatever out along, sure. Should probably use a socket for this too, but I'm not gonna. I mean, this one's mine, so I'll do what I want. Yeah. Oh. Insert rooster noises. Yeah. Ugh.
Wow, free beer! Buddy, those are my quarters.
Okay. It did turn. It's not gonna do it easy. And I can't sit down and do it. So, come on, you. Oh, mother of pearl. Let's go. I forgot how to use tools. The whiskey I had for lunch, plus the gift from a customer, is quickly deteriorating my motor functions. I don't even know what to do with stuff. There we go. Well, let's be done with this. That stays somewhat clean. Oh, don't look, Greta. Something bad's about to happen.
How dare you!
Greta! Are we got going or what's happening here? That should have come loose. There. Man. When things go wrong. What the? Man! I think I put a new top rubber on last time, and I guess that it's really doing an excellent job, because sure. The bottom one isn't though. Man, that's like some butter or something. Oh, I bet that was grease that's turned to not grease anymore. I'm pretty sure when we did that lube pump, we totally gassed this up the way it's supposed to be. See, now I'm covered with schmutz. Okay. All we gotta do now is get it to go. The can looks pretty good, clean wise. We got, yeah. Oh. Come on. There. That's got some, it does have some little thingamabobs in it that I don't like to see. Okay. Have we accomplished this yet? Okay. All right. Let's use our wits about us. Let's put this back in there as it's supposed to be. We'll put our spring down in there and our washer, and we will get a new washer out of this thing. Oh, yummy. That worked pretty good for a change. Sometimes those scrubbers don't want to play ball. Let's go in there. Come on. You know what to do. Quit acting like you've never done this before. That ain't quite. Come on. Well, is it gonna go? Is it gonna not? I'm gonna call that good. You can over tighten those and then they leak, so you don't want to do that thing, you know. Okay, we rode the struggle bus way too hard on that, but I think we're good now. All right, we got our little pump back again here. So I was gonna say we're gonna use it, but I see that flying creatures have already ruined our plans, because why not, you know? Why not? What they've done is they've made a little bit of a nest inside of our air fitting for absolutely no reason. Let's see if that'll go. I don't even know. It's one of those things that just adds to our life struggle. So if we mount you there, and they got there, of course it would fall all the way to the ground, see? And our hose is too big a diameter to fit in there to hold it, so I'm gonna have to try to hold the hose whilst, you know what I'm saying? Because if that flies out of there, it makes a mess in a hurry. Don't ask me how I know that, but I remember using this type of pump at the shop and about 50 gallons of diesel fuel. So let's not repeat that, because that ain't no fun. But this is definitely the way to go when you've got buckets of oil, because this makes it so much easier than trying to lift them up there. Especially when you got this much to do. Really exciting, isn't it? You can't even see anything is happening, but it is in fact happening. It is emptying our 5-gallon bucket at an impressive speed. Sucking air. Okay, let's take this out. Let's see, even though I know it's not going to be on the stick yet. Yeah, it's not in there. So, time to crack open the next one. Switch our hose from one to the other. Now this one, it probably won't hold. I don't know if it'll hold the whole thing. I doubt it. So, I need to kind of watch. But it sprays out all over the place. We know we're over full. But all the lines are empty, so it'll probably go down to a safe level then. I think we're there. Yep, we're too full, but that's like I said. It's fine. It's gonna go down as we start it up and get the oil through the line, see? Which I think we'll do now. I was gonna wait and what am I saying? I was gonna change the oil immediately, but I think I will first get our hydraulic situation lined out. We ought probably give this a few pumps just to be sure. In case you didn't realize that was a primer. I can hear it recycling through the return, so I'd say we're good to go. Probably need to get a new rubber, since that one's cracked. Yep. All right. Oh, we forgot to do an important thing. Now that we put oil in it, we need to bleed that out first. Probably don't have a pliers handy either, do I? We got a tiny wrench. I think I can make it work. Or not. It's going to be just the wrong size where... There, you can hear it. You can hear that letting the air out. You gotta just let her go till she runs a steady stream. See, right now it's filling that filter, so it's sucking in or letting out air as the oil replaces it. Hard to hear with all the wind and everything, but there we go. Oh, I forgot that the other day it didn't want to run. The battery was dead. So is it going to do that to me again? Yep. Okay, jump pack is right here, so let's hook that up. Okay, jump pack. Ain't this nuts that everything's always dead. This one has nice jumping points. They must have known that we were going to be doing this. Alright. Alright, do as I say and not as I do, because this is dangerous. Doesn't show like it's charging. Might need to rev it up. There we go. Now it's charging. Try to get this out of here. Oh, the brakes are on. Okay. All right. Well, I wish I could say we were ready to go, but can you see the leak on the soldering of the cooler? So we got more headaches now. Well, that certainly is a real bummer, because that means we got to take it all back apart again. But also, I'm hoping they can fix it. I mean, they said it was fine, and it's not. I mean, it's spray and oil, so. And it's right in a place that it's probably going to be very hard to get. It also, I'm wondering if it's leaking over there too. Kind of seems like maybe it's leaking all over and it didn't get fixed the way I thought it was. So, not really thrilled about that at all. But what am I going to do? I mean, I have no choices here. All right, well, I think we got enough footage for today. We certainly have enough aggravation. Unfortunately, my cooler still has a leak. And it's leaking on the back side in there, if you can see where my finger's pointing. That tube has I guess what has happened is right at the seam where the elbow curls over, it's leaking around that seam because it sprays out a continuous tiny stream out here. So, sure, you know, I called the guy and he said, bring it back, and he thinks he can try it again. So that's that. It was also deciding to leak under there for some reason, under where our hose attached in, and for absolutely no reason. One of the Chinesium hose clamps didn't look the greatest, so I swapped it out, and then I ended up doubling it up, and then finally got it satisfied. So there's no leaks under there now, but it's just gonna fight us all the way, because that's how it has to go. Before you get started, you have to have continuous problems, you know, and that's what it's gonna be, because why not, you know, why not? I'd love to find another one of these coolers, and people don't understand. Everybody messages and says, oh, I got a 2135, I'll give you a cooler out of. No, it's not the same. This, I believe, is unique to this tractor, possibly the 4150 as well. And what it is it's actually two coolers in one. But the layout of it is such that it is half a radiator's width. And so the way the tractor's set up, it really has to be that way. So if you know where there's one at that's good or better than this one, I'd like to have an extra one, because this one will probably give out on me at some point. Plan B is going to be trying to figure out how to adapt in the regular 55 series hydraulic cooler and get it. You know, there's two of those. I might have to get two of the narrow ones and stack them one on top of the other. That might work. I probably should pay attention to how many passes this is, but you know, I got one of those. Let me go grab it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this is what they used on 55 series tractors, and you know, a lot of the tractors used this. And what they did is, this went in front of the radiator. If you had air conditioning, it went in front of this, which I don't really have that luxury on this tractor. But what I'm thinking is, now that I can get oil all over everything, I don't think I could get this wide one in there, maybe just, but it would be I'll have to build a bracket system or something and hang it in there. In which case I could double stack two of them, or I could put this one in back and use the little one in the front somehow and go again that way. But you're getting, I don't know what that translates to if you compare, you know. Let's say we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pass on that side of the cooler, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, but this is bigger diameter tube. So maybe that would be about the same, but that's what I'm going to have to try if I can't get this one fixed, because I just think they're not to be had anymore, and I can't find anybody who could build me one, you know, reasonably priced. And these are a dime a dozen. I can find this all day long. I probably have several of these on hand. So you know, that could be a choice of something we'll have to do, but hopefully we don't have to do it right now, because I really don't have time to do any engineering or cobbling or whatever you want to call it. I think it could be done fairly simply. You know, it's going to be, like I said, make my own bracket to hang it down a little bit from this, because it's not as tall. And then, of course, that renders our new hose setup practically useless probably. So we'll have to start all over with hoses. But that is neither here nor there. It might be able to be done simply, you know, and it might even help us out with our other problem, because these are angled that way. And so that would go to those two hoses. And then if it's up higher, they'll be able to get to it easy. And then this other one, if I took it loose and flip it around the other way, it'll angle those two things the other way. So it's looking more and more like that might be the route I take if I can't get this other thing going. Because, yeah, see, that's our AC condenser. And that's just the way she goes. Now, if I was a smart man and hadn't just bought that recently in the last year or so, I should have done this conversion then and just left this set up like it was, and then put the other thing, you know what I'm saying. Got an AC condenser off of a 2255 or something and made her go that way, but I didn't do that. So that's okay. I mean, we've been had before. We'll do it again. But that's my plan, is hopefully he can get that sealed up. And then sometime in the summertime, maybe we'll have to revisit modifying this. Or we'll just wait until she fails and then we have to do it in haste. But, you know, we have mounting holes up top and we got mounting holes at bottom. So we could make some type of apparatus that would hold that cooler, I think. We might even be able to do it where, you know, we use two flat pieces of steel and it comes out where we can just switch the bolts to these two and hang it, and then figure out something for the smaller one. I don't know, but that's where we are, and unfortunately, that's where we're gonna have to leave this one. Boy, she looks nice on all four of those tires, doesn't it? So we'll get that settled up, and then we should be able to hit the field with it, because yeah, we're ready to roll and it's time. So that's where we'll leave this one. Do you suffer from low intelligence and are easily entertained? Well, then hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment, and that way we can keep making entertainment that your feeble minds can understand. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.